Hi, I'm Phil from Driftworks. This is my buddy Jay, and today we're playing with some suspension stuff on the 964 Turbo. So I've driven the car a few times this year already. I've fitted the new Advant tyres to it. They look superb, but unfortunately, we've got that funny handling trait that I had when I fitted Cup 2s to this car, when I fitted Super Sports to this car. Really horrible sort of being pulled around on the road. So what I'm in the process of doing is seeing whether I can reduce the scrub radius of the wheel offset, push the suspension out on the top and bottom to obviously still have perfect wheel fitment, because that's very high priority. So reducing the scrub radius comes from removing a 50mm spacer, which after I did the CCBs, the kit on this, was just a way to get the wheel fitment that I wanted. So yeah, now that we don't have that 15mm spacer, we need to bring the wheel out by 15mm and possibly a little bit more, because actually I'm going to put slightly less camber on the wheel as well. So actually what makes a nice change is the front lower part of the lower arms is actually a nice bolt-on solution.
We haven't had to chop it, we haven't had to weld it.
No, yeah, these, or one, because we only got one delivered at the moment, but this is a 993 version of this side cross member. It's where so these bushes mount into it. So these ones here. It's got a hole here and a hole there. And on the 993 version, as opposed to the 964 version, it pushes these out by 12.5mm, or so the internet says, which is going to solve my wheel fitment and scrub radius issues, or improve them at the very least, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Flying in now.
Yeah, it fits if you put it in the right way. Imagine that.
It's good to be back, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice change, to be fair.
It is, from lifting boxes.
Yeah.
Lifting boxes things. And counting things, yeah. Real business.
Yeah.
Which occasionally we do have to do. Hey, remember them? My little project. to get carbon ceramic brakes on there. It was just going to take a day and a half's work.
That was a month or two.
Yeah, I think it was a month that it took me to make those. Yeah, they're still there. The calipers are still on, and the brakes are fantastic on this thing. But most importantly, I can drive it for many miles, and the wheels still look like this. No dust. That's what CCBs are really about. All of that hard work is just so you don't have brake dust. Job's a good one.
It is on. It fits. So
that's the bearing housings removed from the Zeal. Does that say function?
What are you running?
I think it says function.
What's that eyes for?
Function. I don't know why I'm asking you.
The guy can read close.
Yeah, these are Zeal by Endless. But yeah, we've just taken the studs out of one as well, because we're now going to put them together like this and bolt them together. You find some nuts.
I did.
Like this. Maybe with a washer.
Maybe.
And then go and see Unky Craig, I guess.
Oh! Is that your head?
No. I'm just saying, because we fitted T7Rs to James's Performance, 18-inch, so yeah, they look small. But,
much better quality than the China cheese that the standard Tesla wheels.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I fitted these to mine as well. M8Rs that you can't get, unfortunately, but 19s that clear. CCBs. Not forgetting Webby's base 2 now works for us. Oh, and everyone's out today. We've got the Pajero in the house. all sorts in the house as usual. All right. Hey, it's been a while. It's been a while.
He's got stuff in his hand to film with the camera. Can you still make this how he wants?
Can you just? You got to say it properly.
So can you just make that how he wants it? What do you want?
We need to
make it not blue.
Yeah, no, the blue's fine. We need to extend it basically, so it needs both slots extending and that. Yeah.
How far?
15 mil, 20 if we can do it. I don't want to get too close to the edge, but yeah. Not the right size, but nearly. So yeah, just going to run down one side, come as far as we need to, run down the other, and you know, a bit of blending. That's what we like, isn't it?
What do they call it? A Mexican wiggle.
Are you being racist?
No, that's what they call it, when you get this drill and wiggle it around in the hole.
Why is that a Mexican wiggle?
I don't know, that's what I was told.
By who? Someone racist?
American? Yeah, somebody racist.
Does it fit? That's annoying. Half a mil out.
Yeah. That's time for the wiggle.
0.25 of a mil each side, right, Craig?
That's it. Also a perfect blend as well into that curve at the top.
A little bit of a flare at the end, that's what you need, isn't it? Woohoo! Now just the slots.
And no slot. Oh.
Wow. Getting handheld.
What?
I told you it's a bad noise.
No idea on this.
Oh, it's horrible.
They put some nice shampoo on it.
That is awesome.
Amazon, but it puts a really nice finish on it, you know.
It does.
Fair.
Nice. Thank you very much, Gaffer.
White.
On to the next project. There we go. And one-handed. There we go. Loads of adjustments.
That one doesn't exactly look like the other side. Better get it on the blaster. That is some improvement. Beautiful. And just like that, we've increased the track. Beautiful.
Happy days. Loads of adjustment there. And yeah, should do everything we need to, hopefully.
Are we looking?
Someone's maths out.
Wow.
So I've taken a 15 mil spacer out off the wheel. I've added a supposedly 12.5 mil length to the lower arm position, and I've given myself the adjustment I need at the top here. But we're currently sitting on 4 degrees camber, which is about 1.5 degrees more than I had, and arch clearance is slightly wrong. So yeah, I'm just researching.
Recalculating. Does not.
Well, we already know we've got to remake the bloody tie rods, haven't we? So
yeah, I mean, we might as well remake the front arches as well, you know.
What's it called? The side project, is that what it is?
Is that what it's called?
Or, well, it's fucking scope creep, whatever you want to call it, with everything to do with any of my cars. When I try to end up with some level of perfection, it ends up being a fucking nightmare. We love it, really.
What are we checking that we didn't check before?
So, it looks quite crude, this does, but I've just done it the same on the car. And the internet has lied to me. Bad internet! bad internet!
So what you're saying is we took away a 15 mil spacer and added...
So, yeah, I've just measured that on the car. It is crude, but I can replicate it. Pretty happy with being able to replicate it precisely enough. 993 side pieces fitted to the car versus this. 20 mil difference, not 12.5 mil. It is, yeah, it's literally, so 43.4 I measured on the car, and I've got 23.5 now, so.
Back to the board. We're going to give all these holes a little wiggle and then put it back on.
I mean, I am actually looking into whether we could do that, add a bit of meat where we need to with your newfound TIG welding skills.
I mean, let's not film the aluminium bit.
I mean,
No, we're not showing the aluminium bit.
okay,
That's not ready.
show a bit of distance, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
Jay's learning.
The steel one's all right though.
Yeah, but we have the Artec, so we should probably do some stuff with it. But this was supposed to be a bolt-on thing for the first time in my life. This was supposed to be a bolt-on solution.
I was very happy. It did bolt on.
Yeah, I know a lot of you are probably pissing yourselves laughing because we're talking about 7.5 mil here, the difference. But that is all that it takes. 7.5 mil extra track width on the lower arm means that exactly the same camber as I had before, which is 3 degrees when I was having the handling issues. The wheel's 7.5 mil further out at the top, which means it's going to pile into the arch. So yeah, I'm going to have to do some more thinking. Damn it. Planned. It's not a good plan, not a fun plan.
It's a plan called undo everything we've just done.
Pretty much, yeah. So we're going to put these back on for now. I'm going to put my sensible hat on, and before going fabricating loads and loads of stuff, I am going to ask Jay to kindly put the 964 versions back on. We're going to stand the wheel up ever so slightly from its previous 3 degrees to 2 degrees. And we're going to accept that it's going to have terrible looking wheel fitment for now, but what it will allow me to do is do an alignment on the car, go and drive it, see whether it fixes this bad handling trait of being pulled all over the road, because it will have 15 mil less scrub radius because the space has been removed, and it will have slightly less camber. So yeah, that's the plan. Get it back together. I mean, first, obviously, give these crusty old 964 versions a blast, because the ice blasting couldn't get to these bits. Yeah, and yeah. Backwards is forwards and all that.
I don't think old men in the 70s moaned about this.
No, they don't.
No,
well, they didn't really care about
living.
Wheel fitment or living, yeah. So one of the other things we've been playing with in the off time is a new unposh Porsche alignment rig. So a lot of you have seen that we've got this Hunter laser alignment rig here, but we get some inconsistent readings of it sometimes. And we ended up borrowing Craig's Super Tracker gear, taking its clamps off because normal alignment machines kind of have hooks that go over the top of the tyre here, and obviously that doesn't work for any of my cars. So the Hunter wheel clamp system that we've been using with these paddles here, these things here, it's actually a really good mechanism for bolting to the wheel. It just sits there and gets it nice and central, nice and level. So we basically adapted 2 alignment setups to be able to hang the Super Tracker off the Hunter wheel clamps. It's quite a crude thing that we just welded on here. Jay's done some fantastic aluminium welding. But yeah. Fell apart. Yeah. Magnesium one side.
Yeah, it's something else one side, so it's got brackets as well.
Yeah. But this was just a second-hand thing that we bought off the dreadful Facebook Marketplace. It was 350 quid. So we figured it's worth a go to adapt this, because I really like using this system, but what we were previously having to do was kind of rest things up against the wheel, cable tie things together, and kind of keep pushing, remembering to make an adjustment, and then remember to push the alignment gear back onto the wheel. It was a right faff. So yeah, we've made this system which has worked out really well. But yeah, because it's who knows how old, it's very, very not calibrated, we found. So
we don't really want to pay the man to calibrate it.
No, we don't.
Also, Craig said he had the man to calibrate it, and he turned up in his van, hooked it onto the back of his van and went,
that's fine.
4 mil toe in, that's perfect. So, that's 175 quid call out for that.
So we've invented a way of calibrating this ourselves, at least for the toe that you measure on the one axle here. So you get the secondary measurements on the back here, which is what you see, the paddles on the back wheels there. So for this measurement, you're just bolting it to one of these massive demonstration work wheels that we've got, and giving these things a tweak in here that hold the lasers. Quite crude, just a little bracket under a bolt, and essentially make sure that that laser is it. Yeah. Make sure that laser points to 0. Make sure that laser points to 0, and in theory, it should be hunky dory, and we can trust it. Maybe.
Well, we'll trust it more than that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And this is how we are setting up the other end. This is working out quite nicely. Strongest of the strong homemade alignment gear. Goes under low cars when I'm not in the way. So yeah. Pretty happy with that, and Joe's just getting this to 0. What we're going to do, because we are doubting everything that we do with this alignment rig, is we're just getting this to 0 both sides, absolutely 0, and then we're going to get our Wisefab toe plates that we use.
Available at Driftworks.com.
Very good, Jay. Like your style, like your style. Well, you say that, but I'm not sure whether we've got stock, but you know, they are available at Driftworks.com usually. And so, yeah, we're going to double check that all of the calibration that we've done on the Super Tracker things and our very complicated, in some ways, clamping system here, that does actually add up to 0 when we measure with 2 tape measures on this. So, yeah, back in a minute.
Tell us good news.
You're fed up of calibrating?
I've done it a few times now.
Mate. I'm just double checking myself before I go yay, but no, yay. Literally, not even half a mil out. It's
Right. Oh, well.
It's like 0.2 of a mil difference.
And that's on our wobbly tape measures, so that's probably as good as we're going to get.
Oh mate, that is superb. So yeah, now we can actually trust the laser gear that we've made, and obviously we need to be really super careful with it and get it set up really properly with the leveling and everything every time to make sure it's central. But yeah, fingers crossed we can now do an alignment on this car and go and give it a run, but that might be in the next episode.